sitting here. I'm like, open discs. Let's open the discs.
Absolutely.
How do you think how have you been doing when it comes to opening discs? Like, what's your win rate?
My win rate is not great. I'm going to be honest. I think I'm just a little bit under 50%. I was terrible to begin. I was like 1 of 9 or something awful, but since I improved a little bit, I think.
Oh man, but you know what? We're live. This is your chance to improve your win rate. Hey everyone, and welcome to the inaugural live stream of Disc Wars. Every Monday, 1 p.m. PST, you're going to find myself and a guest locked, loaded, and we're going to go head to head in disc battles. This week, I mean, if you're going to start off, we're going to start off with the CEO of ETH Lizards, Annie.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about our win rates, but I got some news for you, Annie. I'm higher than you on the leaderboard. I did a little recon.
Did you? So I think with the standard and the mega, it's anyone's game. You are definitely much higher than me. and in fact, I would say higher than almost anybody on the free leaderboard. So I know you've always been hovering in the top 5. I don't know.
No.
Are we going to push you in? Yeah, we might push you into the top 3 actually today. It looks like
That would be oh yeah, for the free leaderboard maybe. I've noticed in the last couple days, especially since you guys dropped the solo opening. Both you, like I had our stats from last week, and just in this last week, we've both dropped like maybe about 4 ranks on the mega and the standard leaderboard. So I don't know about you. I'm ready to like work my way back up. I'm still kind of mad that my best disc I've opened all season was not on Battle in the Beyond, and that's gonna teach me, right?
I know. I remember. I was watching that. It was literally it hurt me. It hurt my heart, Artemis, to see you open a disc and then not get credit for it in the leaderboards. So yeah, let that be a lesson to everybody. In fact, we've got a few stories that I'm sure we'll share over this. The stream today of some folks that have contacted us like, hey, is there any chance that I can get this retroactively? And no, we can't. So make sure you have your LizPass before you go out there, open a bunch of discs.
Now, I have to ask, do you like the single battles, the 3 disc, or the 5 disc battles?
I like the multiple discs. I like 3 or 5. Both are great for me. But look, sometimes you're just looking for a quick fix, so to speak. You just get one battle in that works too. But I'm someone that likes to really get in there and have some of the back and forth.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and jump into our first battles. If anyone in chat wants to battle either myself or Annie, hit us up in the chat. We are happy to jump in and open some discs with you. So Annie, I dropped a link in our private chat there. And let's see. Oh, wait. There. Okay, I'm going to join you there. Oh, what do you think? Okay, do you think you're going to be victorious on this first battle of battles?
Yeah, I think so. Actually, give me 1 second, Artemis. I got to get correct wallet connection real quick in place.
I'm just too excited. I'm just like, my finger's been on that load button for like the last hour.
Yeah, I know. I was sitting out here trying to avoid getting in here too soon and just testing it out to see if I might have a shot to be able to get something and put me at a higher starting point on the leaderboard. But we'll try and do it live here today.
Oh, and for everyone watching, make sure you stick around. We got 2 awesome information drops. We've got some contests that we're going to be running between streams of this week and next week. Details for that will come in probably about 20 minutes. And I have some alpha, not alpha, that got teased to me that we're going to see if we can get Annie to do some talking.
Yeah, this is the thing. I'm going to get in here and just be like super focused on the disc and just start running my mouth. I probably need to get one of my team members in the chat to like throw things at me when I need to stop. But with the tape delay, it's going to be too late.
And that's really why we've asked Annie, because that's the best way to get alpha. You distract them.
It is. It's absolutely true. I know it's the same thing. I talked to Kieran about this at one point. He's like, yeah, I just get on there and you start talking and it's just come out at times.
And I have to say, so win rate. I mean, obviously I've opened a lot of discs. I'm addicted and I can stop whenever I want. But you would think that you open enough discs to where you'd at least overcome and you'd have a higher win rate than lose. I have never had a higher win rate.
Yeah, I think I started off 1-0 and have not improved in terms of being more positive than negative since then.
All right, but I'm doing good. I started good above you. We got that
Yeah,
focus flish with the stage 2 background.
yeah, the
Sleepy.
Grocco's not really my jam. I'll take the sunglasses though.
Really? I'm not a huge fan of the sunglasses, but I love that bandana. I kind
See,
of want I need that in the
oh,
ooh.
it's a nice scar.
I
Yeah,
found the coolest thing.
nice.
I
This
have
is
an emergency clown nose now.
we should do. You just gave me an idea, Artemis. We need to do like a fan favorite, like Illuvitar plus accessories. Like I don't know what we're gonna call this. Like a Halloween or some sort of cosplay competition. Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, with
Look
the
at that beauty. And the blue background that pairs with the blue of the Illuvium. That's just beautiful.
yep, that is clean. All right,
I
what do I
dare
need?
you.
Just over 1,300 here. Pull it off. All right, let's see it. Boom! Hydralinks. Okay. See?
Of course. Of course.
I mean,
This,
I'm not going to say that, I know the devs, but I do. Of course,
you
if
know
I
the
really
devs.
did, I'd be better than an 11 and 16 record so far.
So you're the reason that I can't get my win rate higher. You and the devs.
Yeah, something about that just pure RNG makes it more tricky. Zigzag, I in the chat, I definitely feel you. As soon as I get on here, I know like this is my risk. It's so addicting. You get out here and just start cranking through discs, and it goes super fast. But with the see, when you get something like
That's so
that,
pretty.
nice little amulet there,
Oh, yeah.
it's absolutely worth it.
You know what's hard too? So the addiction's real. It's hard to stop opening them. And the season might be close. We can't buy any more Wave 2 discs from Illuvium. But you can still buy them. I'm sorry, I'm a horrible influencer. You can still buy them on the secondary market, and the prices are actually still fairly comparable.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to go buy a couple extras yesterday because I can't help myself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm similar. I picked up some for sure in advance today. Oof.
Okay.
All right, this
All right.
one. This is not looking like a great second. Great second round for me here. I'm going to be honest.
I have to pull this to have any chance of coming back. Oh yeah.
Links. God, I know the links line is like super common. I just and it probably is like one of my my mascots at school was a tiger, and so I've always had affinity for some of the cat lines.
It makes me a little sad. Like, unfortunately, in the albums, like for Atlas, right, you have a spot for each of the expressions, but we don't have that for the Lynxes. And there are a lot of us that are holding out, hoping that they're going to add it in.
Yeah.
Because if you had the expressions to be able to slot them, I don't think pulling Lynxes would be quite so bad. But it's because there's only one slot that I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
another Lynx, another monkey. I don't know. Every wave, there's another something, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think that's fair. I'm definitely like a collector mentality for this sort of a game where it's like, okay, if I need to pick up X to finish it off, like I'm gonna go out and make sure that it happens. I've got that like achiever gene in me that like you've got to get in here and finish it off. You can't leave something undone.
So are you missing anything then from your wave 2 collection, so to say?
Yeah. So I would say I've gone like moderately. I never feel super good about the randomization. So I like opening, but I never really seem to get anything that like super,
Oof.
resonates with me.
You
Ooh,
haven't even opened and I've lost.
see that wink. I need to go back and double check. Like I don't recall exactly what my leaderboard score is. Like I have not had good luck with my actual standard discs as I've been opening them. Let me see, because like there's a decent chance I may with any like average pull pass my highest score.
Um,
So I'm at 2182 is my best standard disc. So like I
yeah.
had two of those that were within a couple hundred just in that battle.
I was yeah, actually so I've started having I have a little note card somewhere where I've written my standard and my megas because hey, maybe something you guys can add in is like a little highlight if you happen to bypass like if I'm in 11th and I make it to 10th, maybe there's like a little thing that like yay,
Hmm.
you've advanced because I keep forgetting what my score is.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a good point. You know, it would be nice for us to um, make that a little bit more visible. It's one of those where there's so much information you want to convey to everyone. The whole user experience is a critical design decision that you're trying to make. But yeah, we have had a number of discussions, and this is it's not alpha because we're not fully there yet, but we have had some discussions about how we might sort of interrupt your regularly scheduled programming with additional information and announcements and content that we would drop in the middle of battles, or sort of between your battles on the platform. There's I think some interesting info that the player base is going to want moving into next season.
Interesting. All right. And I've been dying to ask. So there's been talk about new game modes too. So we've got kind of our regular head to head here, and we've got the solo now, which is it's great for when there's nobody around because that was always my problem. I feel like a lot of the people who open discs are European or something. I'm like, there's no West Coast US for me.
Yes.
So now we have solo opening. It's great because I can just kind of like get through them when I want to because I have no patience.
Hmm.
But there's also been talk about strategic game modes.
Yeah.
When is that kind of expected? Are we expecting that in the next season?
Yeah, so make sure you don't time out here on this with me, Artemis. But yeah, for sure, next season we're going to have some additional game modes that we're going to be launching um, with this. Do you want to open yours? Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I know.
Over
I'm delaying the inevitable
Hey.
loss.
Oh no. As far as next season, we've got three core game modes that we've identified that we want to build out here for the platform. One of those will definitely be available next season. So for anyone that hasn't seen the chat in Illuvium Discord, there's always dialogue about changes to the products and the scope. There's been a lot of discussion lately about the right timing for Wave 3. Obviously, we don't know exactly when that's going to be right now. So from the ETH Lizard standpoint, we're making sure that we have several different, let's call them packages available of what we can launch at a given time, depending on when that wave might be. Um, oof, oof, my character
You have to one
beaming
up
at
me
you.
like that.
Yeah, I know that felt like rubbing it in a little bit. Same guy, just the angry version. Um, but as far as like next season, definitely for next season we will have tournament mode available,
Ooh.
right? So this has been especially for like a lot of the guilds. Oh, see now the tables turned. You snagged the improved version of the Eartha Tipo here.
That was a little like misleading too because you've got the better background. So
Yeah,
unless you know like what's common, what's uncommon for expression, that's easy to miss.
for sure, for sure. So we've definitely seen a lot of feedback from some guilds. Oh,
Ooh, that is
oh,
pretty.
oh! I don't
Ah,
think I have one of the quantum collars like that.
seriously, that's a
Uh,
nice one. And
yeah,
it's a stage 2 as well. I personally like the purple, which is stage 1, but the blue is nice.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Honestly, that's one of the strongest accessories that I've gotten all season. 15%. You don't
Nice.
get much higher than that. Um, Yeah, so as far as like interest in different game modes, we've had a lot of people asking us for wagering. We've had a lot of like guilds and groups asking us for tournament mode. Right? People want to come out and get 10 people together and come out here and just crank through a bunch of discs together as a group.
Mm,
And I am pleased. Oof, nice little Ember
that was a
links
good
there.
disc.
Yeah, it was the nice little quantum collar tier 4.
15%. That's seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, that was a strong one. So as far as like the guilds and the groups that want to come out here and play together,
Hmm.
we're working through the final design elements, let's say, for what that looks like. So obviously, you've got to have different rounds, different players, different matchups that you're creating the framework for. Um, we don't really want to create an entire tournament hosting platform, like just in order to be able to display that. But there are some elements that we definitely need in order to make it all work. Nice. I love the model,
Ooh,
as you can see on the wall behind me. Oh, the sparkly
I
glasses.
love those ones. Those are
Yes.
my favorite.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good tier four right there. Solid. Um, so for sure, next season, we're gonna have wagering. We're gonna have tournament
sweet.
modes available. Now, I'm going to give the normal disclaimer that everyone, and
Ooh.
again, I'm going to say this. I think it's something that oftentimes we kind of gloss over, but as much as we love battling in Beyond, we love opening discs and playing with the Luvatars. I really do want everyone out there to do so responsibly. We enjoy it, and just like everything, as far as hobbies and passions that we all have in life, it should be fun. So
Yeah.
that said, especially as we talk about wagering structures, the last thing that I want is for someone to get like addicted in a negative sense to the platform, to make bad decisions because of it. So again, if you know that you're at risk of that from a behavioral standpoint, I want people to really understand there are opportunities for you to go find help if you need, and so our approach, we're not going to be building in a lot of the, let's call it like dopamine shots and like the super, in my opinion, sort of negatively designed elements that make casinos and that make like online gambling platforms and stuff super addictive. We really don't want that. I mean, honestly, we want people to be opening discs and to be having fun, but I don't want anyone getting wrecked because of that, right? And your personal life matters a lot to me. In Web3, this should be about making things better and more fun. And so I think there's a really good balance that we can strike here, in terms of how we design the platform to not create that, oh my god, I just need to hit the next one. Like there are responsible ways that I think you can do that, and also ensure that we're being legally and regulatorily compliant based on the structure that we're putting in place. So that said, though, wagering is coming soon in the next season to Battle in the Beyond.
So, curiosity then, wagering as in just an ETH, or are you thinking wagering in terms of like, I bet you the entire contents of this disc?
Yeah. Yeah, great question. The answer is both eventually. We are not going to have the whole, let's say, playing for pink slips live at the start. Yeah, I know the chat's like, oh, no, they're all disappointed now. But we do have the architecture designs done for it, and our team is continuing to work through that. So wagering from an ETH perspective, tick in the box, that's going to be live at launch. Tournament mode, depending on how quickly the wave comes, will be at, or let's say relatively near to launch time for the next wave, and then playing for pink slips should be right around that same time period. So it's not going to be like the very tail end of the wave, based on what we can see right now from the dev requirements for it.
Awesome. And then go and pause. We got to hit this on a slightly lighter note now that we've done all the disclaimers and, obviously be safe out there with what you participate in. But, some little birdie at the start of the stream prior to us starting, Andrew, and I were talking about the end of the season. As we mentioned, the end of the season, well, we've maybe got like a little over a week left. So obviously if you have discs in your inventory, don't let them collect dust. Open them up on the site. Try to get higher on that leaderboard. Because you know what? Andrew mentioned that at the end of the season, once it closes down, you guys have a big surprise for us. That there is, and I quote, players will be getting much more than you thought. As the CEO of Eat Lizards, do you want to elaborate on what we can look forward to? Because, obviously the rewards are going to be dropping, but he said there's going to be more.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. There's absolutely going to be more. And look, I know that most of the community that's playing in Beyond, to a large degree cares about things like lore. They care about the art, the design elements in the Illuvium universe, right? That's. I mean, if you don't, you're probably not here. Again, like maybe there's a few folks that like they don't care at all. They're just they're just kind of buying for future utility or like future price
Mm-hmm.
speculation, which is great. Go knock yourself out with that. But with this community, we are absolutely focused on creating really strong brand and IP with ETH Lizards. And anyone that's seen even the very first couple versions of the ETH Lizard designs, like those that have seen the Genesis Lizards, like Kieran's profile, or the guy behind me here on the wall, my Fu Manchu lizard. We've always been a super fun, memey, irreverent brand that you can get, and really that community that goes along with it feels very strongly about the same, that we want to have this very tight knit community that is super engaged in terms of
Sorry.
oh yeah.
Oh my
Hey,
god.
super engaged in terms of like turning over these meme glasses. Like
No,
perfect
seriously.
segue there. I need to talk about memes more often because that was perfect.
The devs
Um,
are listening.
yeah. So with this, like we absolutely want to create this interconnected experience where as you are playing in Illuvium and you're playing in ETH Lizards, with our gamified experiences, you really get to explore not just the world of Illuvium, but the world of ETH Lizards in some really cool ways. And for us, it means basically gamifying everything. We think that gaming is truly something that unites people across the world. We talked about different time zones and the chances for people to be out here and able to play with folks around the world that they interact with in their communities. This is 100%, a key part of the of the vision of ETH Lizards is bringing together communities, creating experiences that you really can't do in Web 2 for a whole host of reasons. And
Mm-hmm.
so in this next let's see, today is the 22nd of January for those that might be watching a recording. In the next week and a half, you're going to get to not just see, but experience the world of ETH Lizard's lore in a way that no one has ever. And
So
so
cool.
part of this goes back to the artifacts, the lore NFTs that we've highlighted. Ooh, nice on
Nice.
the cigar there. This goes back to those artifacts that we are giving out as part of this first season of Battle in the Beyond, and we're going to have more of these in coming seasons. That you're going to get to understand a little bit more how they're going to work. But practically speaking, you will have digital collectibles or NFTs that you can activate to help push forward the storyline of ETH Lizards directly. And so it's more than just the book with which I think our Liz Dex is amazing. We've got some fantastic writers. We've got some great artists, and I know it's been kind of a slow rollout. We've only done 2 chapters so far. Over the next roughly 3 to 4 weeks, everyone's going to have had the chance to see another 3 chapters. So already 150% more content for the Lizdex than you've gotten so far, and you're going to be able to participate in it as well. So I'm super excited. I'll probably drop a little bit more alpha over the course of the stream today, just because I know what the people want. But in general, like if you haven't had a chance to really participate in one of a handful of communities that are exploring this world of IP and lore integration and experiences in Web3, this is going to be your first chance to see something like this in the sector.
And I've got to ask, because we talked a bit about the lore NFTs. I see questions in the Lizard Discord. I see questions in the Illuvium Discord. Can you tell us a bit more about what lore NFTs even are? Because that's kind of like been the one question of like, I see this as a prize, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And so we're going to be calling them artifacts. So just
Okay.
to be clear, going forward, what we didn't want though is for people to come back in and be like, oh my god, what's an artifact now? What happened to the lore NFTs? Did those disappear? Like, so again, most of the community I think knows we built very quickly in Battle in the Beyond, and so this is one where initially we had the lore NFT, the framework for these, and it actually kind of evolved, and we were like, okay, not only do we want to do sort of X, which was our original plan, we added on like two or three other elements to it on top, and so it became a lot more than originally designed, and so you're going to see these as artifacts. There will be a number of these obviously in this season in Battle and Beyond. We're going to have some in future seasons, but these are your NFTs that you're going to be able to demonstrate proof of ownership of. You're going to be able to go and activate those through a number of locations in the ETH Lizards virtual universe. And when you do that, you'll be pushing the storyline forward. So think of this, maybe if anyone's played games that have like world bosses or like global bosses or global states for the gameplay. So like a couple that come to mind as like an old school World of Warcraft player, like if you are out there playing in World of Warcraft and you're collecting a whole bunch of items for opening the gates of Encourage, or you're out there experiencing, Deathwing coming and absolutely wrecking the entire continent as part of like the storyline
Yeah.
progressing in WoW. Those are the types of moments that we want to be able to capture and to lock in as a legacy, key elements of the ETH Lizards and Lizard Labs lore and the universe. And what cooler way to do that than to share that moment with you as a player, but also give you a collectible memento as part of it that you get to keep
Mm-hmm.
in perpetuity, right? So, like, I know as a player, I would hold on to all of these objects in my inventory that they meant something to me, right? Maybe they were completely worthless at that point, but
Yeah.
this was the thing that I got when I, dinged to level 60 the first time, or like this was that, that particular weapon that I farmed for days to get. Like you inherently want to save those, even
Yeah.
though you're never going to use them. And you just once in a while you come back to your bank, you sit there and you look at them in your inventory, and you're like, that was a cool moment. Like I remember when I was playing with my friends, and this thing happened. Like those stories and that those virtual assets that you look at that really connect your mind to that story and that experience, those are really meaningful parts of a gamer's virtual world. And so we want to continue to expand and provide moments like that as you're participating in Lizard Labs. And so the artifacts that we're going to be rolling out here, for anyone that has read Chapter 9 of the Lizdex, this is the latest chapter that's out there, you're actually going to see the names of two of the three of them in the Lizdex already. I can highlight them at some point later on today. But you're gonna get a few of these pretty unique artifacts in order to be able to help us with something really critical to the ETH Lizards universe. And so maybe we can talk about what those elementals are in a bit. But this is all linked in with the broader story arc that we're building across the projects.
Really great question from Jonathan. Is this going to be on layer 1 or layer 2 IMX?
Yeah, so they're going to be on layer 2 because we want you to be able to interact with these and not have to freak out about gas costs.
Hey, I'm thankful.
Yeah, I mean, frankly, there's a number of NFTs, virtual items that we're going to be giving out to players, and the last thing that we want, and we want you to be interacting with them on a regular basis. So we want you to be equipping things and so forth. It's the same structure, honestly, as Illuvitar's. You want people to be able to bond accessories and to exchange them, trade them with their friends. In order to do that, you can't really be on ETH01 for this, at least not
Hmm.
right now in 2024, the way gas is. So those will be on IMX. We do have a little bit of a technical challenge right now in that the prizes that we have for this season are very multi-chain. So some of them are multi-chain IMX StarkNet, which is the current IMX solution. So the Illuvium disks that all of us know and love, and we're opening right now. These are on the IMX StarkNet solution. For those that don't really know maybe all the back-end tech, IMX has another chain, the ZK EVM chain, that they're releasing within the next week. And we're going to have assets that are among the very first in the world to be on that IMX chain. So this is a little bit of alpha that we have
Interesting.
not communicated at all in public until right now. But you will be able to be getting some of these assets on the ZK EVM chain moving forward. Now, same wallet, so it should be a pretty seamless experience for most of our community. If you're familiar with using IMX in general, it's obviously going to be the new chain, but again, it's going to be gas free. So this is a lot nicer experience than a lot of projects that are building on other chains are able to provide.
Awesome. You game for some more battles?
I am. I
As we
am.
mentioned before, if there's anyone in the chat who wants to battle either myself or Annie, hit us up. We've got the discs. Other than that, I go ahead and dropped the new thing. I'll sign those transactions. I think I haven't been keeping track. I should keep track. I think you've been beating me.
So the nice thing, we can always jump out to the history on the leaderboard and observe.
Ooh,
But yeah, I
yeah.
think you beat me the last round, but I'm so far in the lead today. I think I'm 2-1 at the moment. Um,
I'm just patting your score, but I just
yeah,
felt
hey,
bad.
actually, this would be glorious if today and by the end of next week I can make it back to at least 500 or even like one match above. That would be awesome. I really feel like a pretty lame that I have a losing record at my own game. This seems pretty disturbing.
All right, it looks like we do have a taker. So after we finish this battle, Hanny, oh gosh, I'm gonna butcher this. Hanny, gotcha, would like to battle one of us. Hanny, just let us know who you would prefer to battle, and we will go ahead and make a public one for you.
Yeah, awesome. Is it Henny? Is it Henny gemacht? Is it mocked like in the German, like to make? Or I'm curious if that's something you'll share in the chat with us, or maybe I butchered it as well.
I feel like names are the huge reason why I never ever even considered becoming something like a teacher or like government services, any job where you have to like religiously talk about like new people's names.
Mm,
Oh yeah. I got
yeah,
some good
oh,
accessories going though.
nice amulet. This is a high. Yeah, this is a high starting. Yeah, high starting disc for this match.
Oh, German yes is what
Let's
he
see.
says.
Oh, it is German. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I found that if you want to find yourself in the top 10 of the standard leaderboard, you really need that. It's hard. You need that first tier 0 to be a hollow to
Yeah,
help just boost you up.
get the score. I think so too.
Like that.
Oof, oof.
Speak. Ask
See,
and you shall receive, as they say.
like an 809. What's your high score on the leaderboard so far?
For standard, I'm sitting at 11th with 3,678.
Oof, okay, yeah, it's gonna take quite a pull to beat that. But
It's been so hard.
look,
But
that 800 hollow achievement
839, yeah.
is not bad. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So, honey, apologies that we butchered it. So it makes sense to me now. The gemacht with the capital G. I like it. So cool. Simo has a question for us, Artemis. Kind of off topic, but does anyone know when the next Zero season is? Um, Actually, I can pretty clearly state there is not a person on the planet that knows when the next Zero season is going to be, because and I can confirm that because in the community and in the council and with the team, there's a lot of dialogue back and forth about it. There are some tech pieces that are being finalized with this as well, that are still part of the discussion. There's of course the positioning that thus far, the current IIP that has passed. Well, you're like double my score already, and you haven't even opened the actual non-tier zero.
I
That's
love how Hanny said, I want to battle the winner. And before you like hadn't like flipped it yet, I'm like, you're at 40. I'm at like 900. I wonder who
yeah,
that's
it's
going to
not,
be.
yeah. You definitely want to take Artemis on, Hanny. That's you can see, yeah, you can see from
All
the
right.
scoreboard. Um, Yeah, but SEMO, it's still an open question. There's dialogue about potentially still holding off, as is the current plan, till after open beta launches. There have been some community members that have said, "Hey, we really don't want there to be such a long gap. between waves. Like we don't want people to feel like, oh, the project's just been abandoned here. And so like there's I think a lot of back and forth and competing perspectives on it. I've had a lot of dialogues with a lot of different stakeholders in this particular one, just because, I think it's important for the community to have a really strong voice from a product standpoint. I also think it's important for us to keep in mind that the big picture perspective of what's better for the project as a whole. And again, there's short and long term positionings of the products that go into that. So no one knows for sure. The options I think are really anything between late February or March all the way through at some point after open beta launches in Q2. So TBD. But again, from the ETH Lizard standpoint, we're going to make sure that we have Battle in the Beyond ready to go with as many features as we can build in between now and then.
I think they were talking about Illuvium 0 for the next 0 season.
I'm sorry. So I took this as Battle in the Beyond Season 0 when I read that.
I did too at first. But I mean, You're on council, so you might actually know a bit about Illuvium 0 and where they're at. I
gotcha. Okay, all right. Simo, yeah. So Simo clarified for us. This was a question on Illuvium 0.
Yes.
So there's a lot of work, and I'm going to drop back here to the lobby, Artemis, because you definitely need to come in here and take on Hani here.
Hani, I'm definitely going up for standard for you.
Yep. Yeah, we'll watch. This will be nice because I can comment and on the matches you guys are out there battling. So yeah, Simo, there's a lot of content around sort of value add propositions for Zero holders currently, and then there's a lot of discussion still about the tech integration and how that's going to look for open beta as well. So there is not a final date yet that I've seen. It might be that the team has put something out that I'm not aware of, but at least right now I don't have any further details on when next season would be. I suspect that they'll have at least one more build that we want to get in that is going to have some some load testing, some integration testing points. You would not want to, in my opinion, at least release Zero without doing another build before the launch into open beta. So I would expect that we'll see at least one more before we're live with the final product.
All right. Me and Hani even they have a high win rate compared to their lose rate.
Yeah, look at this.
And then you got me.
Pretty impressive. 80 out of 133.
All right, Water Groko. And of course, they get the rare expression, I think. Yeah, Hypnotic. All right. Gosh, they're still one-upping me.
And I see Thin Lizzy is out here as well queued up. I'm not sure, Thin Lizzy, if you are in the stream with us. If you are, drop a comment in and let us know if you have a preference, if you want to battle me or Artemis. I think either one of us is happy to do so after this matchup.
All right, I'm going to wait for Handy. Right, They've got to go.
You got to come back. You got a 400-point deficit.
Okay.
I take it back. You have a 1,700-point deficit to make up here, Artemis.
All right, Dev Gods, please give me a hollow something that will shoot me into the stratosphere.
Jeez.
Nope,
that's not going to do it. Yeah, sorry.
Just a monkey.
Just got crushed.
That was so sad. But I mean, can I really expect, again, with my win rate, can I really expect more?
Oh, indeed.
All right, let's see. You know what? We're going to take a mild break from that. And I'm going to announce, so every week between streams, we're going to run a contest. And let me just get this up. I don't know if anyone's aware. If you play Illuvium Beyond, there are a couple of really great websites out there to help you build your albums, whether it's purchasing stuff or not. I forget how to say his name correctly, but we have this album optimizer site, which is fabulous. And they have this wonderful thing that they recently added called Crimes Against Illuvtars. And they've put up some of their Illuvtars that are bonded, that they believe is horribly bonded, right? It's like really. I actually think this one looks pretty well, so that's not too bad for me. Anyway, so what we're doing, I'm still figuring out how to do my screen stuff. Let's see. There we go. Yeah? All right. So to enter, we're going to do Crimes Against Illuvitar. So what I want you to do is if you are watching the stream now or later, go ahead and make an X post sharing an Illuvitar that you think is horribly bonded and tell us why. You need to make sure to tag myself, Artemis ILV, and ETH Lizards, as well as include the hashtag Crimes Against Illuvitars. The contest is going to close on the 28th of January, and we're going to randomly pick winners from one of the Twitter picks, and we will announce it next Monday. Winners have the chance to get Standard Disc, Mega Disc, and usually I like to add a random Illuvitar just for funsies. Right now I have a contest going to win a Sinalp. Go ahead and check my Twitter out for all the details on that. And this is exclusive to you. You're going to be posting. People are not going to know what's going on unless they've seen this stream. So keep it to yourself or share it. Better yet, just share it. It'll be fun. We'll all have a good laugh. So that is what we've got going on there. And Annie, I think, do you want to try out some Mega Discs?
I do. That said, we've got audience members that are ready to go, Artemis, that want to battle us.
So, there are? Yes.
Yeah. So I think so. Lampwork, help me out. I think are you Thin Lizzy? If so, yeah, go ahead. Awesome, got it queued back up. So Lampwork, which I think is, I'm not sure. I think this must be like a takeoff of Kieran's Pork Lamington username. I'm not I don't think this is actually Kieran because this is kind of an odd time of the morning in Australia for him to be battling. But either way, happy to jump in. Let us know if you want Artemis or I. So far, I said no preference, so either one of us can jump in.
I am limited. I only have 3 standard left myself, so I can't do the 5.
Well, let's do this then. All right, Lampork, you've got me coming in hot. Give me one moment. I'll get our 5 discs queued up and signed. And then Artemis, if you want to keep the stream going with spectator mode, that would be awesome.
All right, hit us up in the chat. Who do you think is going to win? Annie, our CEO, or Thin Lizzy? Only time will tell.
All right, let's do it. Lizzy. On top of that, there was a lot of smack talk about I'm going to win either way. So let's see it. I expect at least something that's a nice little hollow to drop here then with all of your experience. You do have a winning record so far, but if I beat you, Thin Lizzy, you're back to 500. So
yeah, but you just pulled the most common tier 0 at 40 points. Oh, but you're even.
It's a 5 disc battle. I have this is a marathon, Artemis, not a sprint. I don't need every single pull to be god tier, just the ones that matter.
Very true, very true. All right, we got some pretty. It's always funny to me when you get the accessories if you get like 3 in a row of the same type. Okay, not quite.
Oh, see,
it matches though.
All right.
Ooh,
trolling relentless terrorlings.
Not only is it a lynx, it is uncommon.
Yeah. All right, let's see it here.
Oh,
boom! A monarch. I think I mentioned this at one point. I have a monarch alpha that is like super rare. It's a 1 of 1 that is my favorite. So the monarch and I have a little bit of history here so far.
Okay, hollow though. They're starting off strong. And you're angry about it.
I am angry about it, clearly. Yes. Oh. All right. Simo said that they're going to jump in here. But they're rooting. Actually, look, the audience is all about Thin Lizzy over here. You're a fan favorite. Usually I have a little bit of a rooting section for me when I get on the screen, but not today. That's okay. I don't mind going into enemy territory here, being the unpopular guy and playing the SmackDown.
Oh, and they got tier 3. Oh, wow. I thought they had you with that wink.
1985.
Oh, it's interesting. It's not highlighting the colors this time. I mean, you can tell up top. But interesting. Ooh, stage
yeah.
3 background. Uncommon expression. Solid. You're just cheeky about that.
I love, yeah. The cheeky expression is one of the best. So let's see. I got some other good questions and commentary in the chat. Again, everyone's rooting for Lizzie. And Bruce asked, "Oh, that's a nice bubblegum antenna there, Lizzie. Good pull." Woof, ace, pocket ace. That certainly did it. 1741.
I like it though. It's 2-1, which means you're still in it. Or yeah, I mean, Lizzie's still in it. Do we get bonus points for making ugly Illuvatars ourselves? Well, unfortunately, because of the way that the contests are set up, they're randomly chosen. That being said, I will be highlighting what I think are the ugliest Illuvatars next week, and you know, there might be additional things to give out. So it doesn't matter if you make it, if somebody else made it. We just want to see it.
You just got to post it.
And I'll let you know that the hollow Adorito with the pink glowy clown nose, I actually think that looks good, personally. All right.
Another ace. Look at this, back-to-back aces. All right.
Pocket aces. Will it win them?
Come on.
Does Lizzie stay in? Oh, Lizzie stays in.
Yep.
2-2.
All right. This is the rubber match, right? The rubber round right here. Round 5. 2-2.
That's awesome.
2-2. Oof.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a good start.
Yeah.
450. And a little amulets.
Keeping ahead. You know, you could do good through the first 4, though, and just make it back on that last one.
Yes.
Ooh.
It is. You know, I think this is part of the reason why it's so fun.
Ouch.
Oh, see. Now, Lizzie, after all of that, Artemis is correct in theory that you can make it back, but if you're losing before I even flip over the last card, it's not going to happen. So, all right, now I just got to run up the score a little bit here.
Not only do you want to win, you want to rub it in.
No, I don't want to rub it in. Just you gotta leave no doubt about it at the end.
Well, nice. You have to use my main account. That's not even their main account. They have 2 accounts. You got 2 accounts on the leaderboards, Lizzie.
Might have a, we might have a legend here in the chat. This is interesting. We won't dox you, but yeah, seems good.
I mean, I can understand if you happen to like buy a LizPass and get lucky to maybe in your first 5 or 10 get to first on leaderboard and hold it. I could totally understand making another account and opening it there because I mean, if you could double the prizes, why not?
It's a good point. So actually, thinking about that, someone like Mal who literally opened his disc, Mal Phantom, during the kickoff event. Dude. This was in the very first hour of the entire launch of Battle in the Beyond, and has been sitting in that first place spot ever since for over 3 months. Yeah, I chatted with him. You know, we did some giveaways during the event, and I'm like, that's a really good disc. You have a good chance of staying in the top 10 or 15 over the course of the season. But dude has literally not budged. No one's been within 200 points of him. It's nuts.
All right, it says so. They were saying that they're Lizzie McGuire as well. So Lizzie McGuire is at 16, and Thin Lizzie is at 50. So yeah, that is solid. And look, I mean, for 16th on the leaderboard, you have a hollow Dastardly Sinalp. That only gets you to 16th on the standard. How crazy is that?
Some of these are absolutely unbelievable pulls. When you look at the discs on the back end, you're I don't any single element of that would have been an amazing pull, and then you get all of them strung together along with some big accessories. It's nuts.
You know what I find really crazy as well? In the top 10, and maybe it's less crazy for the standard. So in the top 10, there is no Ophistos. And Ophistos have been pulled. And if you check the leaderboard for the Mega, again, there's no Ophisto in the top 10. I think you have to go all the way down. I know there's at least one. It's not even on the first
30 or something. It's not even on the first page
anymore.
It's
not even on the first page. Oh
Jeez.
my gosh. Oh god, though, look at this. It's fun to go through and remind myself what's been pulled because like I didn't see these posted anywhere.
Mm.
Like that's like okay, where is it? I know there's at least one.
Here's the thing, Artemis. The person who had it looks like they might have pulled something even better.
Oh yeah, that would replace it and it wouldn't show up.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't see an Ophisto
That's
anywhere in the top 100.
that is crazy.
Oof.
And what? Yeah, and it's funny because we give Lynx's a real bad name, but first place on the mega board goes to a double Lynx pull.
Double links. Double
Oh,
links. And look, Sea Otter. This is not only is it first place again. Same kind of general comment as we saw for Mal. Sea Otter is 600 points, actually almost 700 points higher than second place. Like
yeah.
the and I looked at this earlier. Hyper Hunter jumped up there after I did the math, but in 700 points from Hyper Hunter to like the next players, you get the next 25 players are on that next 700 point spread. That's the same distance as Sea Otter from the top. So
Oh, on
again, like
standard.
we still have a week and a half to go. So somebody can obviously any single disc can be the one that moves someone to the very top. But Seattle and Mal have just had a death grip on those first place spots since they got those polls.
It looks like we do have an Ophisto on the standard board, which gain an Ophisto in a standard disc is just that's really rare, honestly. And that only nets them 20th place.
Wow.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, okay, so we got the contest. I got a couple megas. Is anyone in chat or Annie want to hit me up on a mega disc battle? Those are the fun ones. Those are the ones I really look forward to.
Yeah. I will if no one in our chat wants to. I'm not sure who's out there. Look, guys, I mentioned this I think in one or two interviews I've done. I know again not everyone here is like a lore aficionado. I will say though we showed the assets and explained the lore structure to Kieran as we were in the design phase. Like I don't think he's even seen the final versions of this for the artifacts. Um, he may just drop a couple ETH offer for whoever ends up with these legendary artifacts coming out of this season. So if
Wow.
you do have discs and you're like, hey, I might just save this and try and I'm going to sell it on secondary for $10 instead of the 6 that I paid for it or whatever, and you already have one of the passes. I'm not going to tell you anything that's remotely resembling financial advice, but I do think that these are going to be some pretty cool components of lore that you're never going to have another shot at, right? This is the very first season for ETH Lizards. And again, everyone that's playing Battle in the Beyond, you guys know what we're building. And this is literally just the first product with a lot more coming soon in 2024.
Annie is your pusher. That's what he is.
Look, here we got a spectator mode here with Lizzie again.
Well, let's see if I can beat Lizzie.
Yeah.
Oh, and we're in Mega Disc, so this is where it gets fun.
Oof.
One up. Everyone likes to one up me.
Ears here. Different expressions.
Yeah, he's got the rarer one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, honey, I feel you.
I do appreciate that at least on the Battle and Beyond site, it's much better for. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, it's much better for content creators because you guys can order them, right? It's not just like totally random.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
good night.
It's crazy. It does not get me anywhere near the leaderboard, and I'm still stuck in the same place I always am.
Yeah, that's back-to-back losses.
I don't know. Maybe you should create a mega disc battle and see if Lizzie can get some redemption.
Yeah, look here. Let's jump in. I still have a couple promo discs I'm going to open up too for if someone, it's probably a little less common, but if someone did want to come in here and do a promo disc battle.
Oh, I wish I had some left. Those were great. Those discs to open were so fulfilling because You either got a promo, and even if it was a promo you didn't like, the fact that they made that extra slot a guaranteed rare, like I got some of my best pulls of the season out of those promo
Yeah.
discs.
Yep. Same. Yeah. I didn't open that many because again, I've been back and forth on saving versus versus opening now, but I had some really strong pulls there as well. MTG says they've got 6 left. Does that mean 6 promos that you want to open, or just a comment on saving? Oof.
Oh, starting with the
All right,
links.
Lizzie.
That's strong.
That is a nice. Oof.
Especially compared to your
Nice
monkey.
pull. Yikes. APOM not gonna do it.
6 to invest because they are so good. Yeah, the Team Liquid. Those really were good. I'm really curious. I'll have to go pull the numbers later to see just how many people have a full collection of the promo. I think there can only be like 12. Because there are only 12 rare expressions. Oh, wow. They've got a rare
high
expression links there.
Oof. Yikes. Well, a little bit of redemption there, Lizzie. Well done. That was a nice disc.
Maybe we should do a tiebreaker.
3184. You got any more in this or another account, Lizzie? We can absolutely crank through a few more today. Like I said, let me see. I'm gonna figure out how many promos I've got left. Yeah, I've got 7 left. I want to save a few. I could do a promo. Got a couple more megas, and I've got a fair number of standards still to go in this wave before we wrap up.
What's the best promo that you pulled? Or your favorite?
Oh, I had a decent Ramfy that I pulled as far as the Team Liquid Illuvitar, and I'm trying to think. I got something. I think it may have been a Sinalf from the rare, from the guaranteed rare in the one of my promo discs as well.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah.
pardon me. I've got a cold. I feel like I've been sniffling left and right.
All right, I'm gonna do here. Look, let's go big or go home. All right, I got a 3
Ooh.
promo disc battle that I'm queuing up.
Oh, okay.
And if anyone's got 3, let me know. Or look, if no one has 3, then because I'm not opening all of them. I'm gonna save a few, but these were literally the best discs all season long by far. So we'll see if we can get something epic here on stream.
I think it
If
was
anyone has
actually...
any left.
I think Hanny in chat got some... I was talking to them recently, and they've gotten some of the crazy stuff, like Dreamy Ebb with a gold background.
Jeez.
Oh, and those they're so pretty. Just the promos in general.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you weren't a Team Liquid fan before, you might just be because the art.
Yeah, it's super clean.
Do.
All right. Let's see. Lampork wanted to do another rematch. So if promos are not easily accessible, we can do let's do another mega matchup here. Or Artemis, you can jump in for another mega too.
Yeah, here I'll throw a mega up and we'll see. Let me know if you get into one though. Maybe we can
Sure.
you can share and we can, because I always love watching those ones. So yeah, anyone wants to do a mega, I just throw a mega up on the in the waiting room, and we have the 3 Team Liquid promos for Annie.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see who gets first.
Yep, absolutely. Oof, I have to say though, these were absolutely all of the, I'm gonna say, negative elements that didn't work as well as we wanted to with the GameStop promo in Wave 1.
Mm-hmm.
They all got fixed absolutely in a really strong way in Wave 2. So
Seriously.
yeah, this was a lot of good iteration on the product by the team. Great feedback from the community across the board as far as what they wanted to see that was different to make it really feel exciting. And absolutely, I've got to allocate more of my budget for promo discs next wave just because this one was so cool.
Yeah, and I mean, it's unfortunate to kind of think back on the GameStop and it just kind of left a sour taste in your mouth. I don't think it improves the situation with the recent news of GameStop pulling out and taking down their NFT
Yeah,
marketplace.
yeah, I hear you, Artemis. It's tough. I will say though, like it's not something that I'm super surprised at. I have to be frank. Like not having seen, just they really struggled to get any kind of traction or like
Ooh,
I think even have a clear vision on the back end of what they were doing with it.
I
Nice.
lost. How did I lose that with the
Oh, with the
smoldering
smoke.
monarch?
Ah,
I lost.
look, Lizzie's got some good polls here. It's
GG, Lizzie. GG.
yeah, well done.
Did you
That
get any takers for your?
not a ace.
It's too
No,
rich.
no, I'm still. Yeah, look, I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm a whale, but I do have 3 promo discs that are still available.
Wait, I'm curious. Let me see. How much? How much were the promos? They're what, about 40 US?
Yeah,
I'm
something like that. Yeah.
curious to see what they're going. They're going. Okay, they're
Ooh.
not that bad. Hang on. Uh, let me see if I can. If you dim it down to, oh, there's a one promo. You want to pull out and do one
Lizzie.
with
All right, hang on.
Lizzie,
Yeah, let's do it. All right,
and then
Lizzie, I got a promo here for you. Let's go.
promos on secondary were only 58. So I went ahead and picked one up that I can do with you after.
All right.
Those are just so fun to open. I can't help myself.
I know. Like that was the thing. Like I said, the promos were more addicting for me than anything this wave. So good.
All right, jump and
All right,
spectate.
can you
All right.
spectate? Yeah, there we go.
Yes.
All
All
right.
right.
Oh, Bruce. All right, that's all right, Bruce. Maybe we can do. We'll do a battle next week or come back out. Bruce said he would
Yeah.
have done 3 Team Liquid discs if he wasn't on the train right now.
Okay.
Understandable.
Come in next week,
All
Bruce.
right.
You heard it. We'll make sure I will make sure that we have 3 Team Liquid to battle you with. I'm making note.
Oof.
Ooh, wow, that's a nice hollow
Separate
though.
links. Yep. Yeah. Hollow. Nice.
Now the semi downside is these do not go towards the Mega Disc leaderboard. Just the free. But what you guys upped the numbers, the points you get for this, right?
Exactly. Yeah. These are higher point values.
Oh,
Oh.
not Lizzie's best pull.
Oh. Lesser Gorilla is not
Oh,
gonna do it.
lost before it
Not gonna do
started.
it. And oh, wow. Volante. All
It
right.
wins you. It does win
Yeah,
you.
look, it counts, right? Yeah, that hollow Zephyr Links is pretty nice though.
Right, Annie, you
What?
and me want to do a liquid?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
let's see who anyone else in the chat. Again, we got a bunch of folks in the chat now. This is cool.
right.
Uh
Well, first person to jump in, I got a promo disc up and waiting for
yeah,
you to battle.
I saw yeah, I see Honey's comment about trading in the chat. I do see one comment from Mal that I'll
Ooh,
mention.
mystery of the
So
Nexus leaks.
so look, I'm gonna make one comment here on the chat. It is 5 p.m. Eastern time right now on Monday, January 22nd. If you're reading this, within the last hour, there have been multiple drops on social media around Mystery of the Nexus. So between the time at which Artemis and I got on stream, Artemis, apologies to you because you missed it. Since we started this, we've had numerous posts go up with ETH Lizards and a number of our partner communities on what the Mystery of the Nexus event is. So this was not timed to coincide with this particular stream, but you know what? Sometimes you get the alpha live as as things are rolling. So Artemis, I'll pull up the ETH Lizard post
Do
on
it.
this, and I'm gonna just drop it in chat if you want, and then you can just share it with the stream.
I was like, I'm over here on X already. Just like, wait, where is it?
So just go to ETH Lizards. It's yeah, it dropped an hour ago. Looks like there's a few other comments. So obviously ETH Lizards has been commenting about this as well. But and I think Ricky just like had a heart attack and jumped out of the chat because he is like all about the lore, and
Serious.
he's been on me to let him know as soon as the post goes up. So sorry, Ricky, you were in chat with us here the whole time while it was live. So Mal, look, I'm not going to give a lot more alpha than what is in the post here, but for those that haven't seen it, Mystery of the Nexus is a cross-project scavenger hunt. You can see now the partner studios. So we've got the Champions team, Oldor, Illuvium, Dimensionals, and Wildcard.
Dude.
Um, I'm gonna be honest. There are some amazing projects running in Web3 right now. You would be hard pressed to find a bigger set of collaborating groups on an event like this. So with ETH Lizards as the lead for it, we have what I think is a pretty freaking cool scavenger hunt for community members to participate in. You're gonna want a team. So Mal, this is my alpha for you. Um, don't try this alone. You should try it at home, but don't try this alone. It is a challenging scavenger hunt, and you will need to have other people who you can bounce ideas off of, and like we've got it set up intentionally. You're not at a disadvantage in terms of prizes if you have more people on your team. So my encouragement is find a team of 5 people that you can join in with and get out there and register. So if you follow the link, now be careful. Again, I'm sure I haven't checked. I'm sure there's probably 500 bots that have put up fake links after. But if you make sure you just go to the very first response from the ETH Lizards official Twitter, there's a link to the registration that's going to be pinned in Discord as well. So probably safer if you just go through Discord. Come in, register your team. So it's only the team captains that need to actually get out there and sign up their team. You'll give us your wallet addresses that you want prizes distributed to, and we have over $10,000 worth of NFTs and coins that we're going to be
Damn.
distributing as part of this event. So yeah, there's the alpha for you. Make sure you have a team because the scavenger hunt is challenging, but we certainly think that it's going to be worthwhile and fun. You can learn a good bit about these projects. If very few people probably know all 5 of them super well, so you'll have a chance to see some really really cool teams and what they're building as part of this event.
Dude, that's crazy.
So there, yeah, Artemis, you were not prepared for this, but
No! I've
just
just well, it's funny because I've been
live, yeah, live and unfiltered.
we've heard talk about a scavenger hunt for like the last year in the ETH Lizards Discord. And at first it was like we thought maybe a year ago. It was like, oh, it's coming soon, it's coming soon. And then I just forgot about it. And
Yep.
and then you just drop it.
We yeah, look, I posted a few times that Mystery of the Nexus was coming, and I'm going to be frank with everyone. So we had about 85% of the work done with all of the clues and the structure, and really going into the end of the year, we had so much other stuff that was dropping, with Battle in the Beyond launches, and we had so many different build outs that were coming, and frankly, a lot of the partner projects that we had, they all also had a lot of activations in the fourth quarter of last year. In fact, if you go through the list, I think 4 of the 5 had like either major game builds dropping or similar activities. So as we had the discussions, it was like, look, we want to do this in Q4, but we want for people to have a chance to really go out and participate. It's great when you're in a little bit of a dead zone between launches and activations with the communities. And so these sort of gamified experiences are something that I think is going to be absolutely killer for those that are like the Uber fans, especially, right? If you're
Yeah.
just like casual, hey, I drop in the Discord once a month, maybe this isn't for you. But if you like following these projects, or you like Web3 gaming in general, or if you're smart or clever, which I think are not always the same thing, this sort of scavenger hunt I think is going to appeal to you. And so again, get out there, sign up. You can see, for those that maybe didn't catch it as you were pulling up the link in the
Here.
chat, the kickoff is going to be next week for the event. So figure out your teams over the next week, get signed up, and you will be able to start hunting on the 29th of January.
Dude, that's so soon. Oh,
It is. It's real soon. It's not Web3 soon. So yes, it's not here just yet, but we're only a week away. So I think like ETH Lizards Discord and general chat is where I drop most of the alpha. But someone had asked me what I could share about it, and I said measure it in days, not weeks. And so I think, of course, you can always have a large number of days that's true for. But for me, when I say days, not weeks, I'm usually meaning like single digit types of time windows.
well, I think that's a solid way to end the stream. We're running out of time. We've opened tons of discs. We got massive amounts of alpha from you. Thank you so much. I mean, that's why we have you on. That's why we're going to have you on again soon, hopefully, because it helps fill the cup of excitement. For anyone who is maybe a little late to the game, some other things that we mentioned earlier was we are going to have a giveaway contest for mega and standard discs in this next week. If you would like to participate in that, make sure to make an X post. What it does not say on this fun graphic is you do need to tag ETH Lizards and myself, Artemis ILV, in that post. Show an Illuvitar that you just think is horribly bonded, that you think is just kind of looks a little disgusting, and make sure to include the hashtag crimes against Illuvitars. It's going to close on the 28th, and next Monday 1 p.m. in this stream, this Disc Wars, we'll be going through some of our favorites and announcing the winners. So if you want to participate, make sure to get those entries in. And dude, Annie, thanks so much for doing it. Like, this stream above what I hoped, even hoped it could be. Any final words before we hop off?
No, thank you so much, Artemis. I really appreciate the chance to jump on with you. For all the community members that jumped out and asked some great questions. This is honestly, I don't have enough time in my day. I would love to do these literally every single day because you guys are absolutely the best. The Illuvium communities, the ETH Lizard communities, all of the partners that we're going to be onboarding now for Mystery of the Nexus. Just cannot wait. Web3 is the coolest. So yeah, Simo, to your comment in the chat, yeah, let's do an off-stream battle. I'll jump in here with you in just a second, and we can let Artemis wrap this thing up.
Yeah, I'll have to keep an eye out on that. Just as a reminder, folks, we are going to have these every week, every Monday, 1 p.m. PST. Next week, we have Modern Llama joining us. So let's see if his Lynx army can defeat me. Maybe won't be that hard, but hopefully I will, win a few. So thanks for joining us today. Stay scaly, stay adventurous, and we will see you next week. Bye.